Hey everybody, Teresa Sigmund here, creator of the Sew Like a Pro online training school, and you are so in the right place to get the tips and tools you need to always look and feel your best in your ballroom, Latin, country costumes, ice, and roller skating costumes. Now, in today's video, I'm going to answer the question, how do I choose what colors to make for my dress? I mean, there are a lot of options. There are a few really simple things you need to consider. One is, what colors look good on you? Okay, now there are a few sources that you can do both locally, online, that help determine your best colors based on your hair color, skin tone, things like that. And I've given you a few links below on where to go find that. Some people look really good in rich jewel tones, such as me. Some people look great in pastels. Once you know that about yourself, that narrows down a lot of dress color options, making your choice easier. The second thing to know is, do you tan? If you perpetually tan for your competitions and your shows, then you have a wider color palette than if you are ghostly white, like me. Because I will only wear colors that actually look good on me, whereas when I had a fake tan, I could wear neon orange and it looked awesome. Plus, you have to take into mind that you're wearing a lot more makeup, false eyelashes, a lot heavier makeup than what you would wear walking down the street. So do take those in mind, but my personal feeling is, if you do not look good in pastel pink, then for crying out loud, don't wear pastel pink, no matter how tan you are and how much makeup you have, because it's never going to be your best color. Okay, does that make sense? All right. The third thing to consider is, what looks good in your arena? What looks good in where you're performing? So for instance, ice skating rinks tend to be very white. I mean, you've got white ice. A lot of times the border that goes around is all white, notwithstanding the ads, whereas roller skating rinks and ballrooms for any type of competition are typically very beige. You got some shade of beige for your floor. Quite often there are beige walls, and then the competition organizers may or may not put curtains somewhere in the room that are quite often burgundy or black, you know, in big contrast to all this beige going on. So keep that in mind. So for ice skaters, if you want to show up on the floor, white, pale pink, pale yellow are probably not the best colors for your arena. Likewise, for everybody dancing or skating in a place with a brown floor, typically olive greens don't show up well, browns, beiges, things like that don't show up well because your skin, your costume, and the floor are all the same color. And you want to try to avoid that if you want to stand out against your competitors. Okay, now which brings me to, okay, so what if you don't want to have just one color costume? What if you want to have 2 or 3 shades? Now, we've all seen it. Somebody walks out or glides out into the rink and you go, oh, why do they have that color combination? Whereas the person that comes on right after them, you go, whoa, that is super cool. You want to be the super cool person, of course. You don't want somebody to say, well, why do they have that color combination? So how do you know what colors look really good together so that you get the wow factor, not the ugh factor? All right, there are a few really easy economical things you can do. One, you can go to your local store, paint store, hardware store, whatever, and pick up paint chips. And the cool thing about this is that you can see, sometimes they'll have nice little rainbows of colors here that all look good together. And the paint stores have gotten very clever with their marketing. So this is a really easy, free option for you. And you'll notice when you're looking at the paint colors, a massive row of paint chips and paint colors, the paint companies know to group all the colors together according to intensity and hue and saturation, so that they have basically laid it out for you what colors will look good together because they're all the same level of saturation. Now you're going, I'm not a designer. I don't know what any of those terms mean. And that's okay. You don't even have to look it up, because you can go pick up a color wheel. Now for just a few dollars, you can get this color wheel. This is a particularly snazzy one. It is 2-sided, And there you go. The awesome thing about the color wheels is that it gives you secondary and tertiary colors, so that when you're looking at it, let's say if I flip here, you see this, there's an arrow pointing up and down. These colors look good together because they have the appropriate amount of tones, and it even gives you from dark to light. This is a really awesome $5 or $6 spent. Whereas I would not necessarily want to do these two colors together because they just don't work. So when in doubt, your color wheel is money well spent because you spin the little wheel and you have a whole other set of groupings that go, oh wow, those look good together. Okay, awesome thing, this color wheel. A lot of you like to shop, and one of the best places to just sort of pay attention while you're out shopping is to go into the bedding department or like a home decor store and look at what colors they have grouped together. Because those companies spend thousands of dollars on marketing because they want to present appealing colors that you're going to go, oh, well, I got to have that, because if it's an appealing color combination, they make sales. And you essentially, whenever you wear your costume, you are selling your presence on the floor, which is why it's crucial for you to choose wisely. But now you got some awesome tips. Fabric stores are your other great place to look. If you find a fabric that you like, such as the one behind you, just buy a little skinny sample and take that sample with you. And that way you know what colors to order for your lycra, for your dance crepe, for your chiffon, your georgette, and you've got it all right there for you. And because these fabrics are, like the one on display back here, are just glorious color combinations, you can pretty much find any spectrum of colors that you like, be it pastels or jewel tones. Now, my last tip for finding colors that look good together, that are pleasing to the eye, is to just do an internet search. Now, if you go in and you click on, you do your search and you type on the images button. You don't want a bunch of links, you just want pictures. And let's say you type in coral color, and immediately this amazing selection of color shows up. Some of it is tone on tone, so it'll be from a light color to a dark coral. And other times it'll be coral with all kinds of aquas and lavenders and really cool color combinations. And that is something that you can do right in the comfort of your own home in no time flat, or even on your phone while you're out shopping. That is everything I have for you with regards to color, and it is really crucial to choose a color wise for you and wise for your surroundings. So I hope you have received value in this video and can go out and be a smart shopper. Now, you don't want to sew alone or dance and skate alone, so please tell all your dancing, skating, sewing friends. Just forward this video on to them. And if you have not already signed up to receive the blog, go to sewlikeapro.com, leave me your name and email address, and I'll make sure you never miss one of these design tips. And lastly, please leave me a comment below. I would love to hear what kind of costumes you bought or made that didn't work well because the colors weren't great on you or didn't show up on the floor. Or go ahead and tell me what colors looked great on you so that when you walked out or glided out, you went, ah, I'm it. I am the one, because that needs to be your attitude, and your costume needs to help you get that attitude. That's all for me. I will talk to you again another time. Thanks so much for watching.